He disrespects umpires.
From Kyrgios.
The worst ref in the game. The worst. Hands down. Every single time I play, he's doing some stupid.
He disrespects his opponents.
Don't forget
that answer, were you?
No, you don't. But you don't forget Novak Djokovic.
Who?
Novak Djokovic.
Who's that?
He disrespects the crowd. He disrespects himself.
You have to act professional and play with your best effort the whole time. Right.
And he disrespects the game, most importantly.
He can serve the ball. He can serve the ball. He can serve the ball. I'm ready. I'm returning, bro. Serve the ball. I'm here. I'm here.
This is getting a little farcical, isn't it now?
Serve it.
Then why do I still love watching Nick Kyrgios play? This is something I'm really struggling with, guys. I love to watch Nick play for the same reasons I hate to watch him play. Like, I'll watch something he says and I'm like, oh, that was really funny. That was actually really funny. I'll watch him hit a shot. I'm like, that is awesome. I dream of hitting shots like that.
It's showtime! Sock and Kyrgios lighting it. He's made it! Ridiculous that was. A low bouncing serve off the line, and he...
It's just so interesting because let's face it, a lot of tennis, you know, tennis is great and they play like machines. But I think that's also the problem with the game is they're just so good, it's like watching two robots play. And we know exactly what every point's gonna look like and how every stroke's gonna look like. And with Nick, you never know what you're gonna get. And there's so many people that say, you know, Nick is terrible for the game. He's awful for the game.
Slipped out of my hand. It slipped out of my hand. Yeah, but it slipped out of my hand. Yeah, but it slipped out of my hand. Yeah, but it slipped out of my hand. I was trying to drink and it slipped out of my hand.
He's a disgrace, which he absolutely is. And then there's other people say the problem with the game is we need more people like Nick Kyrgios. We need more colorful personalities. We need the controversy. We need, you know, just more layers to people's personality in their game. But then when you really think about it, well, what does it take to manufacture that? It basically means bringing up a generation of spoiled brat jerks who really don't deserve it. I just watched Nick lose and explode when he was playing Jannik Sinner. You know, Jannik Sinner, I'll be honest, I think he's good. I somewhat enjoy watching him play. But on the other hand, he's not that exciting to me. I have to be honest. But when the match is over, I'm like, well, who would I rather have as a student or as a son? I would much rather have Jannik Sinner. I mean, he's a good, he's everything you'd want. Good, hardworking kid, you know, super diligent, super respectful, respects the craft, everything that you should want to watch in a player. Yet I have to be honest, when Nick finished the match and he actually called the umpire an effing retard. That's what he said, okay? That's not what I said, that's what he said. I was disgusted. I'm like, this guy, you know, he's always pushing the line, he's always going too far. I'm like, this guy is a disaster. I hate him, I hate this guy. And then like 15 minutes after he's out of the tournament, I'm now all of a sudden not as excited about the Miami Open. I have to be honest, I'm not, you know, the storyline goes down for me. The must-see TV kind of goes away. So I'm like really conflicted here because as a coach, And, you know, as somebody who I'd want as my friend, I probably wouldn't, although I don't really know Nick off the court, maybe he's a great person, but, you know, what I see on the court is I wouldn't want this person as my friend. I wouldn't want this person as my student. You know, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want him to be my kid. I'd be embarrassed by him. You know, this is not a good role model. This is not who you want to bring up, okay? But then on the other hand, I'm kind of going, okay, well, as a fan of tennis, and I want to be interested in every match. I want to watch every match and see, I'm even saying the word pretend, and truly be into every point. But to be honest, when I watch a lot of the players play, I get bored because I know it's for all the wrong reasons. I know there's not going to be any controversy. They're not going to argue with line judges. There's not even any line judges anymore. I mean, this proves that, you know, if McEnroe were still around, he would definitely find things to argue about. You know, he'd be like, well, how would McEnroe be if there was no line judges? Well, we find that there's still plenty of stuff to argue about. Nick actually even complained that to the umpire about playing in Miami instead of Key Biscayne. Like the umpire has anything that he can do about that. That's how far gone Nick's head is and the things that he'll find to bring to an argument. I don't know. What do you think? Do you like to watch Nick play? Is he good for the game? Is he bad for the game? Like I said, I hate myself for loving Nick Kyrgios, but there's a part of me that does. There's a part of me that doesn't. What do you think? Comment below.
Every time.
Code violation on sportsmanlike.
Second set. He hadn't really looked like breaking Raonic's serve.
King.